Yes, sir. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yes, ma'am. Welcome to the Boom Bar. My name is Shola Rogers.
And my name is Ola Deluca. You know, the one and only. Hi, you're welcome. It's a wonderful day. It's a wonderful week. You know what? Whatever anybody likes, they do. I know it's going to be a very beautiful week. It is already a very beautiful week. Please, so join me in this joyful, nice mood today. And for people that do not know, or they're just joining us for the very first time, this is the Boom Bar on your Boom Radio NG. This is where we're bringing everything between news, politics, entertainment, sports, and what we say, everything in between. And we do it over a couple of drinks, just kick back, relax, and just give you all the gist that has happened. And today is Monday, so a lot has happened over the weekend. And we definitely are here to refresh your memory in case you forgot or people that did not know. We are here to give you gist.
Well, that's what it is. The Lukbo has said it all. And on that note, we're just going to dive right into it because there's a whole lot of stuff to get
Yeah, it's
through.
a whole lot. Definitely a whole lot of things.
In Nigeria and outside Nigeria.
Also Nigeria. First things I think that we should talk about. Sports. There's a lot of things that happened in sports over the weekend. I think we should first start from Friday. And this is something that is pertaining a lot to Nigeria and pertaining a lot to athletics. And it's the story of Blessing Okagbare. Very sad story. Yeah, when I saw that news on Friday, I was like, okay, really? Wow, woo. You know that during she was disqualified at the Olympics last year, but it was going on about, okay, what happened. I think it was really a lot of sentiment. Everybody was wondering what happened. And it was basically about doping, yeah. And then Friday came, and then I think the athletics integrity units of the International Athletics Federation had come out to ban her for 10 years. And the main issue for the ban was that normally, I read a bit on it, and it said normally on doping issues, the maximum that is being given to athletes is 4 years. But she had a very peculiar case because of the number one, the multiple doping agents that were found in a system, and also for her being uncooperative during the investigation.
It's actually a very sad one for anybody that's followed the career of Blessing Okagbare. She's been an amazing athlete. She's never had blemish. She's always been a beacon of hope for the younger athletes and all of that. And she's had a very long career that spanned years and all. I remember predicting that she was going to leave the Olympics with a medal based on her performance. The build up to the Olympics, the way she had done well, leading up to the Olympics. Sadly, she got disqualified. I felt there was something wrong somewhere. I even felt she had been wrongly disqualified and everything. But in the light of new evidence that's out there, I don't know how she's going to
wiggle out of this.
This one. I pray she's innocent. That maybe all of this is just some kind of misunderstanding, and it's a PhD thing, and it's the usual pull her down or pull him down syndrome. Because trust me, the evidence is looking very
damning. Let's be honest with ourselves, and it's this is very sad. And why it's also sad is not just because of her, because like you said, she's been a big beacon of hope to a lot of athletes. A lot of people have been looking up to her and all that, and then begin to doubt it, like all this feats that has been happening for a while. Maybe, just maybe. And the one that even shocks me the most is over the weekend I saw a thread where someone had like a detailed thing of what happened to her, and we know that one of the reasons why she had something as a ban this long was because of her being uncooperative. Except you have like extreme evidence that every allegation leveled against you was a lie. If you had been, or you have been caught in something, what's the plan?
Honestly, what's the plan?
Like, what did you think was going to happen?
Well, this is over to her. The last official statement credited to Blessing Okagbare is that she said that our lawyers are looking into the case and they're going to come up with a response and all of that. So let's see how it goes. She has a window of appeal, which she has to react to almost immediately, because once that window closes,
and that's it,
the ban takes immediate effect. As it stands now, it's until she does not react to that within the stipulated time that we cannot say she's been banned yet, but this is what is going to happen to Blessing Okagbare. She's not young.
It's a very for me it's a very sad one.
And hardly can anybody bounce back from a 10-year ban.
What she's 33. We know
that
that at this age, this is the age that they peak.
Tolubo, even if she was 23,
at that point,
being away from the game for 10
years, what's left? What's left? Like, there's nowhere. What else do you want to do? It's a very, very sad one. But I definitely would like to have like a discussion. I know that Boomba Legend series, Bosse Kafo was here last week. She's going to be here on Thursday. I would really like to like have a conversation, get her opinion on this as well. She's a former Nigerian athlete, former Olympian. So she knows the terrain. She understands the system very well. So really like to I'd like to hear what she has to say on this particular matter. I'm still talking about sports. There's a lot of football that's happened over the weekend. But before we get to that, there's news that broke today that CAF had declined NFF's request to use a stadium that they want to use for the World Cup qualifiers for an under-17 game. And what I read was, according to CAF, they're saying that to maintain the integrity of the pitch, that they should look for another pitch to use or another stadium. And my question is are you serious that that's the only stadium that can be used? Really? Nigeria? Really?
I assume you're talking about the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja.
Yeah.
It's not the only stadium that can be used, but if it's a new pitch, the Ministry of Sports, got Dangote's company to sponsor the renovation of that pitch. So, are you saying that a pitch that they spent billions of naira on cannot be used that way? Don't they have stadiums where they play Premier League games every 4 or 5, 3 days when they are at the peak period? Well, integrity of the pitch is CAF talking about. The Wembley Stadium is England's national stadium, and you're saying that the under-17 cannot play and the national team play even on the same day? I don't think so. Except CAF knows something that we don't know. Maybe CAF is saying that the pitch is not world
as
class,
wonderful
so
as we think it is.
We can't allow you use it within this, because the Falcons still played there on Friday. So I don't understand what CAF is saying. They need to tell us, and the ministry needs to fight back to say our stadium is world class and it can host 10 games a day. What integrity are they talking about? Except they want to tell us something.
There's something that we don't know yet. Yeah. We'll definitely follow that story. And sorry.
Take a drink.
So for people that for the Premier League people, yeah, Arsenal decided to redeem themselves from Brentford. Remember this same Brentford that beat them 3-0 first game of the season. All right, to all the people watching and listening, that's not the only game that was played that weekend, but Dolubo was a big Arsenal fan, and to her, the world of football, which I did not know.
Starts and ends with Arsenal.
That's not true.
Because that was not the first game of the. That was not the first game of the weekend.
That is not true.
I don't know how you end up picking up that particular game.
That is not true.
Several games. If it was West Ham
That is not true.
If you're going to start,
That
you're supposed to
is
start with West Ham versus Newcastle.
That is not
Or
true.
you start with Man City
That
versus
is
Tottenham.
not true. That was like one
Look,
of the last games.
repeating it like a mantra
That is
does not
true.
make it right.
That is not true.
Don't look what there were several games played, and you had to pick Arsenal versus Brentford.
It was just honestly.
So what is not true about me saying the reason why you done that is because you're a biased Arsenal fan
No, I'm not.
who places more priority on Arsenal games.
You know that I'm not.
You are.
You know I'm not.
Why did you pick the Arsenal game?
It
wasn't the
was
first
just
game.
random. Honestly, it was random.
Okay,
It was
we'll keep
random.
watching the randomness of your
Anyway,
selections.
as I was saying, you did not let me finish. I do not understand why they allowed Brentford to finally score in the 92nd minute or whatever.
Because
it
you
is.
did not watch the game.
Because I'm like, what
Did you watch the game?
I watched. I didn't finish it, but I
Do
started
you
it.
think they allowed Brentford?
At the
Okay, so-
point where I am, you already have 2-0
Wait,
over them. I'm sorry.
We're
You
gonna
allowed
breeze.
them.
We're gonna breeze.
So
through.
we're moving on.
Arsenal versus Brentford was a very, very good game, and shout out to the two young Arsenal
Oh my
stars.
God, those boys.
And Bukayo Saka with a worldie. That boy,
Yeah.
I am afraid for Arsenal. I am
That
afraid
that
if they don't
somebody's
tie this
going
young
to
man down,
snatch him up very soon.
he's gonna leave. So they need to do something quick about it. And of course, it was an amazing game for the Arsenal. Brentford's goal was a beauty to behold. For a neutral, you watch a game like that, you'll be like, wow, this can still happen, you know. And if it had happened earlier, I'm sure Arsenal would have hit the panic station buttons and all
Yeah.
of that. But it was a good performance by the Arsenal. All the games that were played,
West Ham, Newcastle
was a draw.
I think that's good for
I saw-
Newcastle.
I saw Liverpool versus Norwich. First half was second half. Oh my God,
They
Norwich!
decided.
Norwich with the sucker punch, and everybody was like, "Wait, is this about to happen at the Anfield? Is Norwich going to take it?"
Yeah,
But you see, there's this thing in Yoruba that we say, "Oh, for what kekere gbanla." What it mean? What it mean is that
you decided to just.
you went to look for trouble.
You went to look for trouble, yeah.
So,
Also,
my God, see, Liverpool is an amazing football team.
yes,
Sadio Mane is a world-class player. He had a bicycle kick goal. Like seriously,
He
like
is-
who does that?
Yeah. There are a few teams that are complete,
No.
and I think Liverpool is one of them. Chelsea
and the new boy,
struggled.
the Diaz. Oh my God! So you see, we don't give Jurgen Klopp enough credit for
He's
the
an
work that he
amazing
does.
coach. He is an amazing coach. That you cannot take
He
away from
does.
him.
He doesn't get enough credit.
He is an amazing coach.
Sure
That
you get.
he's world class. He is world class. Chelsea struggled a bit, but they ended up getting 1-0 away from Crystal Palace. Another loss that it was kind of surprising. But I don't know what people saw about that game. But as much as Man City got beaten at home by Tottenham,
Mm-hmm.
I think that Tottenham decided to step up this time. I will not
So-
lie. But I think that Man City is still world class. They're still an amazing.
So this happened, yeah. I was watching this game and I was tweeting. Wrong move. I don't do that anymore. I've not done it in a long time. And the first game, the first goal came from Tottenham.
Yeah.
And as soon as that goal came in, it was early in the game, and I said to myself, these people are looking for trouble. So I tweeted. I'm like, and about 2 or 3 people responded that, we're waiting for the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Tottenham is looking for trouble. It's the same thing that Norwich did with Liverpool. You score first, they destroy
They
you.
destroy you.
Lo and behold, my good friends from Manchester City decided to disgrace me. So I quickly went to my tweet, and I quoted it. This tweet did not age well. It did stop 1 or 2 people from trolling me. I don't mind. And I told them I'm sorry. I apologize. Because I actually wrote a heartfelt letter to Tottenham. I said, "Dear Tottenham, do you think it's a good idea to score Man City this early?" It's a tribute to Man City. What I wrote is a tribute to Pep Guardiola and his team.
I'm sorry they lost that game, but it was a beautiful game.
You get it. Like you look at the impact of that loss.
Yeah.
The 3 points that they dropped has opened the door wide for Liverpool to catch them.
Mm-hmm.
For Chelsea to play their game in hand sometime this week and step up and say, we're in the race again. That is what happened. But in that same game, we must give kudos to the coach of Tottenham. We must give kudos to him. Conte.
I'm not
Conte.
sure. I'm not sure that I've seen Tottenham play that well.
You know they've been losing. They've lost back-to-back games.
Yeah.
So you would have thought
And
maybe it was going to continue.
Beat Manchester City
At
is
home.
a big deal.
At home.
It is a major deal.
At home.
Yeah.
At home.
It is a major
Then,
deal.
What's his name? Harry Kane.
Harry Kane was Harry Kane.
Harry Kane was a stupid boy. Don't mind him. Don't mind him. He's a fool. You know why I call him that? I mean it in a nice way. Harry Kane is like, this is what you're missing. You guys wanted me, but you didn't fight enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to deal with you people. Harry Kane was the man, and it was an amazing game.
Yeah, it was.
If you didn't watch that game, I tell you, you missed something big.
You need to go back, go and look for it.
But again, at the weekend, the CAF, a couple of CAF games were played in the CAF Champions League. I'm just going to breeze through. Almeric played a goalless draw with Mamelodi Sundowns. Petro de Luanda beat Wydad Athletic 2-1. Waneng Galaxy played a 1-1 draw with Etoile de Sahel. Sagrada Esperanza played a goalless draw with Zamalek, while Boulouzdad played a 1-1 draw with Esperance. So that happened there. In Italy, it was Sampdoria versus Napoli 2-0. Very sad result because we have our boy in Empoli. It was Sampdoria Empoli 2-0. AS Roma Hellas Verona 2-2.
And that very interesting.
that game. Mourinho was Mourinho.
And he got kicked out. He got kicked out.
Then Salernitana played a 2-0 draw with AC Milan. In La Liga, Real Madrid 3-0 versus Deportivo Alaves. Cadiz 1-1 with Etafe. Osasuna lost at home to Atletico Madrid. It was a good game. I saw the highlights of that one. Granada also lost at home 1-4 to Villarreal. And in France, shockingly, right? Nantes
PSG
beat PSG
3-1. And you know, funny thing
is the same PSG
as much as
that beat Real Madrid.
But everybody does it. Funny enough, this is their first loss in about 4 months. They have not lost a game in months. So, but it happened to Man City. It happens to everybody. I think at every point, somebody loses a game at some point, except your Arsenal love Wenger. But
get out. All right.
Anyway,
on Sunday, Wolves defeated Leicester 2-1.
Yeah, Leicester.
The Nigerian contingent
Leicester.
Actually were visited by their coach, Emmanuel Egavon, with our new boy, Ademola Lookman also looking really nice in the picture and all of that. But the most interesting game on Sunday was Leeds
Manchester United. Yeah,
Man United were 2 goals up. Leeds pulled 2 goals back.
And I think as much as they lost that game, it was beautiful.
It was a good game, and it looked like it was gonna be a draw or a Leeds game. Then Ralph Rangnick pulls out Paul Pogba, and was it Sancho or someone, I don't know. Then he brings in Elanga and Fred. And his 2 substitutes scored the 2
goals. Yeah.
And they
like, 2-4. Okay, this actually worked. Whatever it is you did.
They 2-4.
Definitely.
So good games.
Good, very weekend. Interesting.
And on that note, we move away.
Yeah, we move away. And there's something very hilarious that I saw. So for people that do not know, Donald Trump, former U.S. president, had talked about what last year he was, after being kicked off every social media account, popular social media app in the world, like the most popular ones: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I don't know if he got off Telegram. It just got off, like, he got of course, TikTok was not even an option because he had even kicked them off.
He had banned TikTok
a while ago. So, which I'm not even sure this has ever happened to anybody else, like getting kicked off all social media.
It's Donald Trump.
It's Donald Trump. So last year he had announced that he was, since you don't want him on your social media, he's going to make his own, which he was going to call Truth Social. And it is official that the Truth Social is supposed to go live today, or has gone live today, as at yesterday, it was supposed to be like a preview where some people were supposed to download it, and it is only on Apple's app store.
It's not on Android.
No, nobody. Maybe everybody else is just not interested. But now he has now come out to a lot of people that downloaded it come out say that there literally is waiting list after you download the app. You have to wait for you to be accepted into the app.
Okay.
So a lot of people are waiting and waiting and waiting. So it looks like even his app is not everybody that is going to be allowed.
So as much as I always pride myself. Calm down, Shola. I always pride myself as someone who's abreast of current social media and tech issues, at least for my level of exposure and age. You know, I remember when we got on Twitter, a lot of people didn't get it. If you don't believe me, go and search for my Twitter and do that. You see, when I open my Twitter, you get. I'm also very, very careful about new apps and stuff. Remember when Twitter was banned in Nigeria?
Yeah.
And everybody that supported the Nigerian government went on the Indian version of Twitter.
Oh yeah, that cool or something. Honestly, I didn't even.
Did you?
Me.
Did you get what I'm
sure
saying?
I'm probably one of the most backward people in my generation.
I'm not gonna argue.
I don't know.
She tries, but
I try.
I
do try. I don't know how TikTok looks like. Hi everybody. Like I legit don't know how it looks like.
So that is what I'm trying to talk about. I didn't get on Cool. I didn't get on Snapchat or one or two other things.
Oh yeah, I don't have a Snapchat account.
Yeah. So it's Donald Trump's app that I'm going to get on. Congratulations to you, Mr. Trump. But thanks. But no thanks.
It's very, very interesting. Also, moving off that, let's just move off a little bit. Now I also saw, I don't know if you saw this news that Netflix has confirmed, your guy David Chappelle, that Netflix has confirmed 4 new comedy specials.
I can't wait.
And you know what this shows me, like some people have decided to speak against cancel culture.
Yeah.
Because you would think that
with hue and cry
even from
Netflix staff,
yeah, like it was just going to be like done, but I think everybody just decided to like. And
shout out to Netflix for not bowing to that cancel culture. Shout out to the coach of West Ham for not bowing to the pressure
from what's he called?
From the cat saga. We repeat again, we do not support cruelty against animals, but whatever people were asking for was just ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
It was cantankerous, not cantankerous. It was cantankerous. I look at it now. Everybody has moved on. Nobody's talking about Zuma anymore.
Nobody.
But they would have wrecked his career.
They would have.
If David Moyes and his management team did not stick to their guns.
Stick to their guns, and it's very interesting.
Come on, Chappelle.
Also talking about music, Nigerian musician Rema has said that he's going to release his debut album titled Rave and Roses. Praise has also announced his 3rd studio album as well. That one too is also coming out. So it looks like there's a lot of music that is going to be out very, very soon. Justin Bieber has COVID. There's a lot, you know.
The Queen.
The Queen.
COVID.
She has COVID too.
You didn't follow that news yesterday.
Oh no, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
You should quickly look into it before we leave, though.
Oh really? I completely had no idea about that. It was very, very. Anyway, Sha.
So the Biebs has COVID. I hope he quickly bounces back. I hope he's fine. I've always loved Justin Bieber. You know that baby song?
Yeah.
I was into that song.
Really?
Oh my god. The one that he made even before he had the remix that went big with what's his name, the rapper. You know. No. Bieber, can't wait for you to get back, man.
Okay, so really want to talk about stuff that we could have talked about on Friday.
But we don't want to go too.
Buju. You saw the news.
Benson, you mean?
It's now Benson.
Yeah, that was on Thursday.
It sounds very.
But big on Friday.
Benson. Anyway.
Has he explained why?
No, a lot of people are talking about how the name is clashing with the Buju Banton, which, to be honest, when I first heard Buju, that was the first thing that popped in my head. I'm not saying that I'm sure that a lot of Nigerians or a lot of really young Nigerians might not know a lot of Buju Banton, but that was really what popped up in my head.
So guess what? Last year, there was a time we were talking online, we were discussing Buju. Because it was not this big then. It's been around, I know, but it wasn't this big. I have a friend on social media that was like, why Buju? The guy was really mad. Oh, there's a Buju Banton and everything. But people didn't get what the guy was saying. Because they're from a younger generation.
This is the issue that I have with, and I see it a lot. This is not the first artist. Remember Santi?
Corel Santino.
This did something like
Santino.
this. And I'm like, by the time you pick up a name, don't you do some research before you, so that at least you won't have to be changing names, or at least that won't be the reason we've seen people change names. Shout out to PDD.
Buju's new name is BNXN, Abi.
Yes, it's pronounced Benson.
Benson, you know, and Skibby was trolling him. Skibby did a picture of Buju's hair on a pack of cigarettes.
That's the issue I have. Like, okay, is it that people never do some research or whatever it is?
They don't, and again, at times they don't know that they're going to become global icons and global artists and everything. So what I think is that's what really messes them up. You get, so like Santi is another amazing singer, and I know he hasn't really captured the Nigerian market the way I thought he would, and I know he still will because this guy is good. He had to change his name to Corel Santino, you know, from Santi and all of that, because these names are existing somewhere else. Someone that had a similar experience is Asha on Twitter. There's an Asha guy who's not a Nigerian who had already opened his handle before Asha came. So that's why if you look at Asha's handle, she's not Asha on Twitter. She has, I think it's Asha _ or something. So in that case, of course, that's our own name, so we get the issue. But when you're using a name that has already been used before, is because maybe you didn't know, or
it just, to me, it calls of a little bit of ignorance. That's where
it smells of that too. And he's dropping an album in a few days time.
He's definitely dropping an album. And finally, another thing is Kanye West.
Donda too.
Yeah, you saw the story where he said that he's going to the album is going to be on his stem player.
Yeah. So of course, Kanye being a smart businessman, Kanye being Kanye, has created his own, let's say, MP3 player. Just breaking it down. It's like his own Amazon box or his own Apple box or
$200 worth.
And now is the test.
The point is, you have to buy the player.
We saw how people paid a large sum of money to be a part of his listening party for Donda, the album, when it dropped.
Yeah,
it was a stadium experience. A
lot of people do those kind of things. Remember when Jay-Z released his album? I think it was 444, where it was only released for the first few weeks on his own streaming platform.
But it's different now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody.
Is it Tidal or Tidal?
Tidal, yeah.
You know, then in his own case now, it comes with the hardware.
So you have to buy the hardware. Now my question is that, are we saying that the music can't be copied off the hardware?
Maybe that's what he's saying. Maybe it's encrypted to the point where
I honestly think
you
that
cannot record.
Is an amazing business thing, because you're not only selling music, you're selling the hardware. So, and it's Kanye, people will buy it, and that's the truth. Whether we like it or not, people will buy it, even if it's just for curiosity. People will definitely buy it. I saw his statement where he said that he cannot be making money for streaming platforms anymore. Wow. Okay.
You know, there's a new series on Netflix.
Yeah.
About Kanye.
Yeah, I saw it.
But you know, they're dropping it week after week. So I have downloaded EP1, but I'm not watching it yet. I don't want to be stuck because the trailer I saw you want to watch it. If you're a music or entertainment oriented person, you want to watch it. But you see, Kanye West will still always come across as one of the smartest businessmen that ever made music.
Yeah.
Ever.
So let's move off all that and let's come back to Nigeria. Where there's a bit of I won't say a little bit. There's a lot of gist actually, and one of the trending issues that has been happening for, I think, over a week now is Deputy Commissioner. Is he still Deputy Commissioner now? Because I don't even understand it anymore.
It was even demoted. I heard it was demoted.
He was supposed to be demoted, but he's not. But
it doesn't even matter. We know who we're talking about.
Abakari. For people that do not know, there was it was a whole frenzy. I think wasn't this time last week or 2 weeks ago, was Friday 2 weeks ago, where the news had popped up that he had he was involved. NDLEA was looking for him, and he was declared wanted by the Nigeria Drug Law Enforcement Agency, that he was involved in a cartel, blah blah blah, blah, who's supposed to be Nigeria's super cop. And this same person is allegedly involved in some fraud issues that involves Hush Puppy, who is arrested, detained, and is being tried in the US for fraud and all that. So it really took everybody aback. Like, okay, so it was almost like people were looking for excuses for the first time. Like, okay, it could have just been. He came out with a statement how he's suddenly now a tailor or a delivery guy. Anyway, that was story for another day. Now, and then there was now story where NDLEA came out with a video they had like so much incriminating evidence.
Yeah, a sting operation.
It was really, 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 really embarrassing. And now, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency had now come out again to say that this particular person was actually also being linked to a seized large consignment of an illegal drug, tramadol,
how did that happen?
So according to what they're saying,
the NDLEA?
According to what the NDLEA is saying, that Abakari and his team went to a warehouse. This drug, I think NDLEA had been monitoring how this drug was going to come into the country. One way or another, it slipped off the hands of NDLEA, got into Lagos, and was in a warehouse in Amuwo Odofin. From that point on, Abakari's team, the intelligence response team of the Inspector General of Police, swooped in to they were supposed to have invaded the warehouse, and now they said they did not inform because they're not in charge of illegal drugs and all that in Nigeria. What the idea is that as you're going, you're supposed to have NDLEA officials as well.
Yeah.
What you were supposed to do is arrest the people involved, and the drugs found on site, hand them over to NDLEA. That in fact, I read it that if it was just NDLEA that was supposed to go, they're normally supposed to go with other security operatives, especially the police or NSCDC or whatever it is. That even if they end up going by themselves, anybody that is being arrested is handed over to the police. Yeah. They do not. Do you understand? So this police team went. They did not inform the NDLEA, and now the drugs are at large.
The drugs have traveled.
They have traveled.
The drugs have grown wings.
Fly away.
Spread your wings and prepare to fly.
I believe I can fly.
The drugs have become a butterfly.
I believe I can touch the sky.
Not only is Abakari an amazing tailor,
oh God,
and a PR person for tailors, not only is he a great photographer, he's also a magician. So
I believe I can touch the sky.
I've flown away. Don't worry, we enter studio.
No.
Let's sing now.
Nope.
If we sell,
nope.
we will sing about
No,
disappearing drugs, and super cops.
no, I'm not singing.
Oh yeah, moving on.
Now,
Moving on.
and then the thing is, my first fear is that what else will they find with this person?
Well, the truth is, the more they dig, the more they will find. I am actually eager to find out the people that might be working with Okagbare who are higher up than him.
Up there, yeah?
It's possible that for a policeman to be this corrupt and still be protected, he must have some people looking out for him. Because through the years, at least he should have been casted. You know, now we're hearing about petitions that were written years ago.
And nobody,
and nothing
it
happened.
was just literally just shut down. Which is why, from the Inspector General of Police, who we know that his team answers directly to the IG, why is it that nothing was ever done with all these petitions? Even if it's just to hear the cases out and all that, nothing was ever done. Even as recent as the NSAS panel in Lagos, it was said that there were not one, not two, not three people had come out, and he was actually mentioned, and nothing was done in that regard. It's a very, very, very sad thing. But still talking about Okagbare, has now been said that he had taken the federal government to court.
Correct guy.
Over unlawful detention, saying that he was wrongfully he's being lied against, and that a lot of all these things, how these things work, like
So,
shadow.
The people who arrested him now, they are liars, according to him,
Yes.
and is innocent.
Yes.
None of these allegations are true.
No.
He has never committed any crime in his
No.
life. You see why I always tell you people. You see,
And also in court, his lawyer actually said
today
that he's suffering from diabetes and hypertension, and so he needs
public service announcement.
Why is it that you're always falling?
Public service
You
announcement.
literally just realize.
Public service announcement. We are not allowed. We are bound by the laws of broadcast and decorum and humanity to say what we really want to say on this matter. It's paining us, but you people can talk. But we're not encouraging you for anarchy or chaos. So, to do what?
They're always falling sick. No, I think that the Nigerian prisons or Nigerian detention system needs to be checked out or reviewed, because it looks like
It makes people sick.
it makes people sick. We need to really look into it. It really does make people sick, because I don't understand anymore. He's suddenly now sick now, Abi.
It's not
Don't
that.
let me say what I
It's
want
not
to
that
my
his lawyer
mouth.
knows that he has hypertension, but he was doing super cup all around.
He
Everybody
did
was.
not have
He
hypertension.
didn't say he has
He
hypertension
did not have
that time.
diabetes.
Oga, go and answer
Let's
to
just-
your
let's
crimes
just be quiet.
and go and wash yourself clean.
Anyway, the
If
judge
you are
had
clean.
come out to say that there's nothing like that, and that he's going to remain in detention. That he should, according to what the judge said, that other than being released, that he should ask the federal government. He should speak to he should inform the federal government of his intentions to be released. He said that, according to the judge, he said I ordered him to go and serve all processes he filed on the federal government.
You see,
the
evidence seems damning, but again, we're supposed to temper justice with mercy. We're not the judges. We're not tempering anything.
Why would
But the only thing we will do is to follow this matter up and report it without any form of bias. Oh, sorry.
But
we're going to report it with our own bias.
I was going to say that. Like,
and our bias is that I think we have praised you in the past.
Yeah.
Based on the facts available. So if we criticize
on the facts available,
based on the facts available,
take it. My own is this one everybody is falling ill. Once they arrest them, they're always falling ill. It's almost like it's a guilty tactic.
It's a part of it. They start to play up sentiments that were never there in the first place.
Shout out to Justice I'm looking for Ian Echo. Yes.
Shout out to you, Justice Ian Echo, for saying
So still talking at this same court, Justice Ian Echo today seemed to have had a lot of cases when it comes to the police. As remember the lady that was dismissed in the police force in Ekiti State because she was pregnant out of wedlock?
Yep.
Yeah. Now the case was also brought forward. It was actually also in Justice Ian Echo's Federal High Court in Abuja today, and they has now dismissed the case by the Nigerian Bar Association, seeking to reverse the dismissal of the police officer.
Oh, she was outrightly dismissed.
Yeah, she was
I
dismissed.
thought she was suspended.
Nope. In the judgment, Justice Echo said provisions of Section 126 and 127 of the Nigerian police regulations states that the said female officers before enlistment were clear to the said female officers before enlistment. Section 126 provides for maternity leave for married women police officers who is pregnant, while Section 127 of the NPR provides for the sack of an unmarried woman police officer who gets pregnant.
So the law is the law.
What
right?
the judge is saying that it's not about, it's
What's right or
go
wrong?
back to
It's
the
not
law
about. It's not about right or wrong. It's not about sentiment. It's about law.
is what you signed to as a police officer. You agreed to it. Basically, they're saying, the NBA is saying that there's sections of the Constitution that discriminate against unmarried female police officers. Basically. But now I think the NBA's issue should really be to the National Assembly, where that act needs, or that part of the regulations need to be changed. That's what the judge is saying, that you saw it, you signed it, you agreed to it.
They didn't put a gun to
They
your
didn't put
head.
a gun to your head. We see it's basically a contract. It's not about whether the contract is good or not. It's about if you agreed to it. And on this matter, I think she did.
So this case is over.
This case is over.
What's her name again?
The judge?
No, the officer.
Sorry. Omolola Olajide.
Right.
So, another drama that happened over the weekend. The Osun State
Gubernatorial primaries.
APC primaries.
APC gubernatorial primaries.
And why it was very interesting was because leading up to that day, there was a lot of talks, especially from the Minister of Interior, who we know was a former governor of Osun State
for 8 years.
for 8 years.
A former commissioner in Lagos State.
Lagos State, and it was going off. It was going off on the governor. Was going off on
Former governor of Lagos.
the former governor of Lagos. Basically, he did not want the sitting governor to win the primaries.
Excuse you?
Thank you.
What you mean he didn't want? Are you sure that's right?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Oh yeah, there were videos.
Okay.
Oh, he was all over the place. Oh, definitely all over the place.
Okay.
But here we are. 2 days after, or maybe a few days after all that statement.
The morning after.
His candidate did not even move close to the incumbent.
10%.
Basically. And I have a question. Was that you do all that, basically throw a lot of noise. You go, you make a lot of noise. This person, the Bola Tinubu does not like he knows better now. Bola Tinubu does not what's it called now? He doesn't like the movement of Osun State. Oyetola is this person is that.
Oyetola is destroying his legacy.
His legacy. And it went on and on and on and on. And I'm like, for you to do all this, you definitely have a foolproof plan. Keeping in mind that you are a serving minister
Of the same party
of
as,
the same
as
party.
Bola Tinubu.
You know that if you're not from that party, you would not be a minister. It's not. We're not like that in this country, or I don't think anywhere in the world. Appointees are definitely people that are supposed to be people that are in the party, and you do all that, and your candidate still does not win. Isn't that destroying your own political career because of somebody else? Because you can't be governor again, can you? And this person that he was fighting for has to be his younger brother or family or something.
The Adeoti.
Yeah. Because I don't... Is it really worth literally killing your political career over?
I was extremely disappointed at the way the Osun election results came out. Not because of any other thing than the fact that no matter how hard you claim that there was rigging or things happened,
Mm-hmm.
the numbers should reflect the rhetoric. It should reflect your kind of talk.
Yeah.
As Aregbesola, you made people understand that you're all that and a bag of chips. Then we find out that you're just a bag of chips. No all that, no chips, no ketchup, no fish, no chicken.
No fish, yeah, just
empty bag of
just
chips.
the bag, not even the chips inside.
Yeah. Because think about it. Now let me advise you, sir, because I know one day you'll get to watch this video, hopefully tomorrow or today. You could have still done this without cursing out your principal or your political benefactor. You could have still done this without drawing that kind of attention to yourself. Of all these people who might have supported him in that caucus, you're telling me that some of them have not even started crossing to the other side.
Other side already.
You know? So, he just showed us that it was all back and no bite. That he is a very good backer, you know, in the context of dogs. As against someone who does not need to back. All he needs to do is grunt or growl. And you know that he means business, yeah? Oromio, like they call him.
I don't think he's very Oromio anymore.
Baba, Kabiru. Baba Kabiru. So I think you've done yourself a disservice with all of this. And the smart thing to do before the elections is to reconcile with your so-called enemies.
But seriously, is it going to be easy? Because I saw a bit of pictures and videos where he was going off. I'm like, is it really going to be that easy?
Me, and at least 1 million other people saw that video. Will it be that easy? No. But that's the only way he can rescue his career. You know, showing that he's a party man, supporting.
Because, see, and you know, another thing that that I learned was also that I think that a lot of people were not even the issue. It wasn't even a lot about Oyetola. It was the way he
ran his government.
Ogbeni Raouf Aregbesola, not just that, where he went about those videos he made a few days before. And you've said it a few times, we know that there's something that people keep missing. Publicity is publicity.
It is.
We saw how this same thing, a typical example of how it wrecked a former governor of Lagos State's career. You don't do these things. Face your business and you move on.
Squarely.
when will people learn? Like, when exactly will people decide to learn? I don't know. I don't know where we're getting from, but it's a very, very sad one. For me, I felt very sad for him. Like, you would expect that this kind of thing would he would actually do better than that. And there was a news that I saw today. It's police news. I don't, but kind of seems to be a good news. This was where the Inspector General of Police was congratulating a police constable by the name of Yetunde Aino for edging out the United Kingdom's Laura Payne to win the World Boxing Foundation International Super Bantamweight belt in London.
Yes. So there are a couple of belts out there: WBO, WBC, WBBF, IBF, IBO, and all of that. And this particular one that she fought for, a lot of people didn't even hear about it because there was not that much publicity. But I think it was on Saturday night that I stumbled on the story on social media. I'm like, wow. You know, now the way it is, she's brought some seriously positive press to Nigeria, and knowing that most people didn't support her to get here, now is a good time to start supporting her. You know, with the training grants and the feeding allowances and everything, so that they don't miss any test or any tournaments. But congratulations to the young lady. We are super, super proud of you.
Definitely super proud of you. And just coming in, the All Progressive Congress have officially cancelled the National Convention. They fixed zonal congresses to March 26th, but the National Convention has been moved indefinitely.
Earlier today on Political Voyage, Yemi Saka kept on saying he doesn't see this thing hold at all. That he doesn't think it will hold
anytime soon.
Yeah, this is kind of.
So it looks like his predictions were right.
Exactly. Except they're going to separate it and say no. It has to do with this particular aspect of the Congress or that. Bottom line is that Yemi Saka called it. And
he did. There was also a lot of uncertainty around it for the past 1-2 weeks.
So I was in Abuja for about 3 or 4 nights, and there's something that I noticed. Driving from the airport into Abuja City, for every 20 billboards you see, 18 of them are about APC party chairmanship candidates.
You know that I never really used to think that it was
party
like
chairmanship
a huge thing, like as big as
I'm talking about some names that you know and names that you don't know.
Never heard.
They're all taking out massive billboards from the airport road all the way.
Yeah.
All the way. You know, so it shows you how huge, you know, politics is and how things have become. And hopefully we'll be here to analyze.
Okay, finally before we go, I know that you were going to talk about the Speaker of the House of Representatives. He had done a few things over the weekend, very commendable stuff for his constituency.
Yes, we're talking about Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, who is from the Surulere constituency, and what he did was that he actually did a lot of give back, you know, for his people in Surulere. We're talking about, according to a tweet from the Surulere CDC, he gave cars to the chairman of the CDC and ex-official members, and this was from a pool of 131 cars and buses. Wow. He gave out laptops to 1,020 teachers in that community, in Surulere 1, you know, which is a massive community. And again, another cash grant of 150 million naira to 1,596 people. That's what Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila has done, you know. The pictures of buses that are donated to the community that would move students from whatever school they are, you know, from point A to point B. And they also gave out vehicles to hospitals. About I think 145 vehicles were donated to hospitals within that community.
That's I think
a lot of people will come at you and say, "Oh, why are you commending them for doing their job?" You see, we're in Africa, we're in Nigeria.
People don't do their jobs.
A lot of people don't do their jobs.
They don't do their jobs. They
So
don't
picture
do their
this.
jobs.
I know there are over 200 of them in the House of Reps.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine
if everybody,
all of them pick this quarter and do the same thing.
Yeah.
The quality of life would improve.
Oh, amazing!
Tremendously.
You can imagine. It's something that it's something that
we
talk
down.
About a lot.
The senators do it.
Senators do it.
The House of Assembly members do it. The local government parliamentarians do it.
It's going to be, because everything is not the presidency, and that's the truth. These people get paid for these things, and that's whether we like it or not. And on that note, that's what we. But there's a picture that I saw that has been like going around, and it's very, very, it's very beautiful, yeah. And this is NBA's during the NBA All-Star game. I don't know if you saw it. The Nigerian what's his name? Nigerian. Nigerian. I'm looking for. I can't remember the other country. Giannis Antetokounmpo with his +234 hoodie. Oh my God!
The Greek freak.
Beautiful.
The Greek freak. A lot of people are like, oh, is it nice? Look, it's showing you guys now that hey, I might be Greek by birth or by growing up.
Like everybody has him. Yeah, everybody
boy.
knows him as Antetokounmpo.
Yeah,
even the hoodie had Antetokounmpo at the back. Like I'm like, okay, somebody seems to be finally.
Yeah, remember the link up with a copy for WhatsApp and all that.
Like
so.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It actually inspired me to do what we plan to do.
Yeah.
When I saw it today, I was like, you see, always follow through.
Always. So on that note, that is all we have to take today on the Boom Bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We definitely will be back again tomorrow by 3 p.m. West African time. But you can also watch this on YouTube. We're Boom Radio NG on YouTube. It's also you're going to also listen to this at 7 p.m. West African time on boomradio.com.ng. Enjoy.